Hey, I made a little bit of a rambly video yesterday, and the part which I clipped and shared was about the gift of forgiveness of sins, which many people hear that and think about the forgiveness of our sins, which is given to us. But I want I want you to know what it feels like to be forgiving of sins, and it's an amazing experience. And I can't force anyone to try that. And even if I got you interested in doing it, you might not be able to do it on your own, or at least I know I could not do it on my own. I could not forgive people on my own, and I had to pray that Jesus would help me with my resentment and help me to have forgiveness for a person and what they did and how they treated me. And with that being said, I was speaking with my wife about how we might ideally facilitate the opportunity. How do we make the opportunity ripe? How do we prepare a space and set the table so that someone might have the best chance possible of wanting to forgive someone? Because that's the first step. And what we can do is that when someone mentions something related to what might be a resentment within them, we can, and this is what I do, I've, if the person felt that they were mistreated by me before I started trying and practicing making Jesus my king, I can use this as an opportunity to point out how I'm different now than I was, and that I wish I could go back and become someone who practiced making Jesus king, and I hope that if I had done that sooner, I would have been there for you. And I'm sorry that I wasn't there. And even after practicing making Jesus my king, I'm still not perfect. And so there's a chance I might not have been there even if I had already started practicing making Jesus my king, because I'm not perfect. And I appreciate you letting me know, and I want to become a better person who would not treat you that way, who would have responded in a more loving way, who would have loved you better. Because a lot of times, many times when people have a resentment, it can be the result of feeling like we are underloved, that we didn't get loved as much as we wanted to receive love. And so, when we respond in this way, we set the table, we provide just a space. It's like preparing the soil, with compost and getting it prepared so that something good can grow. And then, I can't plant that seed so that they want to forgive me or anyone, but I can prepare the soil. I can get it ready, and then, maybe even do a prayer and say, Jesus, help them. What else can I do to prepare the soil? Help them decide that they want to know what it's like to no longer be gripped by the resentment. Please help them to want to be forgiving, to have mercy, and to forgive. And please let them know that you will help them, that you want to help them. Please let them know that they might call on you for help. And becoming a new person who has forgiveness and is without that resentment. And what's interesting is we can practice this, all of us, at every moment throughout the day. If we're going about interacting with people who are not perfect, we can practice doing this throughout the entire day. Practice praying for help and practice recognizing our resentments and praying for help in becoming someone who is forgiving. And then also practicing just, preparing the soil so that others might do the same. And so, if this is the best gift, then if having forgiveness towards other people's sin is the best gift you can possibly have, and I claim it's up there. I don't know if it's the best, but it's one of the best I've ever experienced. If not the best, it's tightly coupled to unconditional love. I don't know if they're inseparable. I don't know if the love of God is inseparable from forgiveness for sin. And so I would just add that don't be confused by what is meant by forgiveness of sin. I don't think it means that, whoever mistreated you is completely off the hook. I don't think it means that there's no such thing as consequences. I don't think it means there's no such thing as justice. Like, all of that can happen. But I think in its best form, with consequences and discipline and justice, it will require, it will be best served with a forgiving heart. So, it's not a naive forgiveness. It doesn't have to be a naive forgiveness, and it can still be real. Okay? It doesn't mean you just keep letting people walk all over you. But you can, in your heart, have a forgiveness for them as you run away. You don't have to sit there and take it. And if you choose to take it, more power to you. But I don't think that's required of you either. But forgiving them is just such an amazing gift. All right. Let me know what you think.